Cars are supposed to be practical, four wheels, an engine, and a way to get from A to B, but some cars broke every rule. From a car you could drive into the ocean, to one powered by a nuclear reactor. Here are 10 of the craziest cars you'll never see on the road. BMW Gina, the car with skin. In 2008, BMW revealed a car covered not in metal, but in fabric. It was called the Gina, and its skin could stretch and move to change shape. Even the headlights opened like eyelids. It looked alive, but it was too strange to ever build. Today, it sits in BMW's museum, reminding us that sometimes cars can feel human. Amphicar 770, the car that could swim. In the 1960s, Germany built the Amphicar 770, a car that could also float on water. On land, it hit 70 miles per hour, and on water, 7 knots. That's why it's called the 770. Even US President Lyndon B. Johnson owned one, using it to prank guests by driving straight into a lake, but it leaked, rusted, and was painfully slow. By 1968, it sank into history. Peel P50, the world's smallest car. This is the tiniest production car ever built. Made in the 1960s on the Isle of Man, it weighed only 130 pounds and had just one door. It was so small, the company bragged you could park it inside your office. Top speed, 38 miles per hour. Only about 50 were made, and today they sell for over $150,000. The Peel P50, less car, more toy. Aurora, 1957, the car too safe to succeed. The Aurora was built by a Catholic priest in 1957 who wanted to design the world's safest car. It had a padded interior, seat belts, a roll cage, and even a bubble canopy. It was so safe. It was ugly. Nobody wanted it, and only one prototype was ever made. Today, it's remembered as the car that proved you can't sell safety without style. Reliant Robin, the three-wheeled disaster. Britain's Reliant Robin looked like a normal small car until you noticed it only had 3 wheels. That design made it dangerously unstable. These things flipped over constantly. It became a national joke, mocked on shows like Top Gear. Cheap? Yes. Safe? Not even close. The Robin went down in history as the car that proved less isn't always more. Norman Timms Special, the UFO on wheels. In 1948, engineer Norman Timms built his own car. It had no roof, no doors, and a flowing aluminum body that looked like a spaceship. It was a one-off, totally handmade. Sadly, it was destroyed in a fire decades later. But in photos, it still looks like a car from another planet. Tyrrell P34, the 6-wheeled Formula One car. In the 1970s, Tyrrell shocked the racing world with a Formula One car that had 6 wheels, 4 tiny wheels at the front, 2 normal ones at the back. It actually won a Grand Prix, proving the crazy idea worked. But the design was soon banned, and no F1 team ever tried it again. The P34 remains the most famous outlaw of Formula One. Ford Nucleon, the nuclear car. In the 1950s, Ford dreamed of a car powered by a mini nuclear reactor. The Ford Nucleon was supposed to drive for thousands of miles without refueling. But here's the problem. Nobody wanted to sit on top of a nuclear bomb. It never left the prototype stage, and the idea was quietly buried. Chrysler Turbine Car, the jet engine sedan. In the 1960s, Chrysler gave 55 American families a car powered by a real jet engine. It could run on gasoline, kerosene, even tequila. But the US government hated it. Too weird, too untested. After testing, Chrysler destroyed almost all of them. Only a handful survive today, hidden in museums. Peel Trident, the bubble car. If the P50 was the smallest car, the Trident was the weirdest. It had a clear bubble dome roof, looking more like a UFO than a car. Inside, just enough room for 2 tiny people. Drivers roasted under the sun, and rain poured straight through the gaps. It never caught on, but it's remembered as one of the strangest vehicles ever sold. From nuclear cars to 6 wheels to cars that float, these creations pushed the limits of imagination. Most failed, some were banned, and a few became legends. Which one shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments. And if you love cars the world forgot, hit subscribe, because this is just the beginning.